Oh, where is he? Hi everyone, I'm Sam Tucker, and today we have a very special guest joining us from the iCloud to discuss the current state of Apple computers.
Courage.
Of course, I talk of none other than the great Steve Jobs himself. Of course, this interview is conducted with the greatest respect, and we should be receiving the call at any moment. Oh, hello Steve. First of all, thank you so much for joining us. I know this is a little unconventional.
Why not? Why not try this?
Exactly. So right off the bat, the most popular question we got was, what do you think of the current state of Apple?
Well,
Well, if I could suggest a first topic.
no.
Please?
No.
But I'm the interviewer.
You're a pain in the butt.
Let's start with the iPhone X. Now, what did you and your buddies up there think when they first revealed the notch?
We were captivated. How could anybody do this? And we thought it must be a hoax.
Yeah, and remember when they showed off Face ID and the technology didn't work live on stage?
Ho. Let's go to backup here.
And it's another moment I'll never forget. And it's good that they showed us because the technology crashed and burned, you know? But you put up with it.
Yeah, and then they brought in the iPhone Pro and the iPad Pro, which I think is just code name for making it more expensive. I mean, how many hundreds is the new iPhone Pro?
21.
Yeah, close enough. And now, moving on to laptops, why do they keep trying to make the touch bar a thing?
Nobody knows why they do what they do. Nobody thinks about things very deeply.
Exactly. If they wanted real pro features, just put the SD card slot back in there.
It's not the hardest thing in the world.
I mean, they can fit it in.
It's not rocket science.
Obviously just a push to sell more dongles, huh?
Yeah, it was obvious.
So, since 2011, some of Apple's greatest hits have been subscriptions to a spin class, a subscription to compounding monthly debt, and a subscription to the 90s. Now, why do you think Apple is focusing more on push-ups instead of the next great invention?
Companies forget what it means to make great products.
Right.
People running these companies who have no conception of a good product versus a bad product.
Right.
They have no feeling in their hearts, usually, about wanting to really help the customers.
And if you could call up Apple right now, what would you say to their current CEO? You remember Tim Cook, yes?
He was in his 80s. He's a little scary looking.
That's the one. Did you get to know him?
I got to know him a little bit. I think he might have paid me to mow his lawn or something.
Tim. So what would be your suggestion to Tim Cook today?
To actually learn how to think.
And if he doesn't?
Apple might cease to exist as the company that it was.
Yeah, it's just mistake after mistake. Now, what do you think of the new M1 Max?
Very flawed. What we saw was incomplete. They'd done a bunch of things wrong. And every day you discover something new that is a new problem.
Well, okay, sure, you could say that about the Mac Mini. It could have been maybe smaller or have expandable storage, but you know, it doesn't stop you from saying something good about the laptops they showed afterwards.
But I was so blinded by the first one that I didn't even really see the other two.
All right, well, regardless, they are incredibly fast, cool, and power efficient while not being crazily expensive. How the heck did Apple pull this off?
Well, somehow there's some magic in the process. We reinvented everything.
Wait, are you saying you were part of that?
Yeah.
They obviously needed your help. But...
Yeah, it was obvious. We were on a mission from God, you know, to save Apple.
Well, how'd the process go?
As we evolved the Mac, it
Wait, you evolved it like a Pokemon. How'd you know how to do that?
I visited probably 80 automated factories in Japan.
Miyamoto, that was a trade secret.
Sorry.
Well, next time there's a ghost, just get Luigi to go. Anyway, Steve, sorry, you evolved the Mac and
It became very clear that this was also a way of reinventing Apple.
Exactly, because frickin' these Macs are pretty good at gaming now. They can play iPad apps. I'm pretty excited about that. Did the team have any issue working with you at all?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, being a disembodied spirit and all.
Oh, I think if you talk to a lot of people on the Mac team, they will tell you it wasn't that important.
Hey, dead or alive, you can't argue with the results, huh?
Yeah, I think it worked pretty well.
Now, Steve, just for the people watching who might think that this interview is in bad taste.
Sorry.
Bless you. But what do you think people might say in the comments?
I think your work is shit.
Oh yeah, that'll be nice to read, eh?
Isn't this a wonderful place we live in?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Do you think my work is shit, by the way?
You know,
Be honest.
yes.
Subscribe today. Thanks, Steve. Hey, if you want to see the behind the scenes of this video, check it out today. Only at funkytime.tv. Link in the description. Check it out. Funky Time.
Apple drifted too far away from its roots. Had its moments of brilliance. In a way, it was very far ahead of its time. What's happened with Apple now is that they've fallen behind and they don't bring much culture into their product. I mean, I'll get real emotional if we keep talking about this.